Focus Super weekdays at 3 o'clock on Fox City 3.
ソニックが超音速で弾け飛ぶピンボールゲームに挑戦だ。アメリカ生まれのファンキーアクション、ソニックスピンボール。メガドライブからゲームギアもソニック。
It's the honey nutty part of this complete breakfast.
Hey, Sonic, how can I get as good as you?
Now, Honey Nut Cheerios offers you free Sega game tips right on the box, plus a chance to Genesis with the new Diamond Earl Ron in 10,000 check mark boxes.
Sonic 新しい仲間テイルズを連れて帰ってきた。前作を超えたスケールとアクションで息もつかせぬ面白さ。超ハラハラ超ドキドキの超音速アクションソニック・ザ・ヘッジホッグ2 Welcome to Sonic Land メガドライブから世界へ向けて。
Who does the world's most fun cartoon character in a hot new 16-bit game? Who does Disney animation as only a 16-bit video game can?
Genesis
Does.
Genesis
Does.
Genesis
Does.
Genesis
Does.
Genesis does.
Who gives you $30 cash back when you buy a new Sega Genesis system?
Genesis does.
Buy a Sega Genesis system now and get $30 cash back.
Shifted a high gear, gear up Game Gear. Full color action right in the palm of your hand, day or night. Shining black and white. Awesome games, great Sega names. Game Gear. Game Gear, full color graphics, stereo capable, action that's loud and clear. Gear up. Optional tuner makes it a color TV. Game Gear comes with columns game. Other games and TV tuners sold separately. Batteries not included. Available at these fine stores. Gear got huge new zones! Check! Twice as big as Sonic 2! Check! The new 3D special stage! Check! And the new game save feature! Check!
Sonic 3 at a store near you.
Sega!
New Sonic 3 game cartridge and Sega Genesis sold separately.
And they got huge new zones! Check! Twice as big as Sonic 2! Check! That have the 3D special stage! Check! Do it!
New Sonic 3 is now available at a store near you.
Ronald, there's something terrible on TV.
That is terrible. Let's find something better.
Oh, that's a lot better. Thanks, Ronald.
Dear.
If you think you're ready for life on the edge, if you think you can keep up with Sonic and his high-flying friend Tails, then maybe you're ready for McDonald's Sonic 3 Happy Meal. Or maybe you're not. But if you are, one Sega toy comes with each Happy Meal you buy.
What do you mean you couldn't catch him?
Guy's fast as lightning, boss. He just disappeared in the blue streak.
You idiot. You should have set a trap.
Boss, he blasted right through it. I'm telling you, he's bigger and badder than before. Revolutionary.
Amazingly, the universe began in chaos. Things were fast. It was cool. Over the years, that chaos would take many forms. But one thing it's never become is portable. Introducing new Sonic Chaos for Game Gear. Chaos with rocket shoes. Chaos with pogo springs. Chaos with Sonic or Tails. Chaos improved. New Sonic Chaos only on Sega Game Gear.
Video Mania at Toys R Us. Bring me the newest Sega Genesis games. Bring me Mortal Kombat. Street Fighter 2 Championship Edition. Jurassic Park.
Head to Toys R Us for over 750 of the newest, hottest video games.
Ooga Tooga.
Ooga Ooga. Video Mania, going on right now at Toys R Us.
Shoot the tubes, dog meat.
There is no Nintendo CD. Understood?
Welcome back to Yen Live, everybody. We're back. This is another Friday. Happy Friday. I'm Zack Snyder. If you haven't been here before, we are doing something new with the platform over here on YouTube and Twitch. We're streaming. not like super new, but new for me. It's been a while since I've actually gone live. We tried it again last week, and that was really cool. And for the first time, we're 2 weeks in a row. That's pretty cool. We're going to be looking at some more Sonic stuff. Been jumping into this rabbit hole of Sonic media, as you've probably seen on the channel. We've got 4 whole videos on Sonic arcade games and the first appearances of Sonic, which features games like Puzzle Construction on the Sega Terra Drive, which was a game like a console I'd never even heard of to begin with. And then you have like the Adventures of Quick and Silva on the Commodore Amiga, which it's an odd game. It's got like like they took copyrighted material and then unlicensed, like it wasn't licensed, right? Like they had like a weird little Sonic sprite as a bad guy and a weird little Mario head on a spring. So you can check out those videos. But as I've been getting deeper into this rabbit hole, I found that like Sonic is a cameo in a bunch of different games, all the way back to the Genesis, the Game Gear, some arcade titles. So today we're going to take a look at a couple of those Game Gear games, and we're going to look at a Genesis game, which is apparently also a Zelda-like. There's an early 2D Zelda-like on the Sega Genesis that I've never heard of before. Apparently it features Sonic. We're going to probably spend a lot more time on that one because I think you got to get a little further into the game. The other 2 are Game Gear titles. We're not going to spend too much time on those. Those, I think, are relatively short. And then we're going to look at another box art manual. We're going to look at this Sonic Spinball manual, which I haven't looked at before. And we're going to start what will probably be the end of me, a reoccurring segment on Yen Live where we're going to be playing Sonic Spinball probably like once per stream until we beat it. I don't know how long that's going to take. I don't even really know where to start. I've played a little bit of it off stream with like extensive save states and an asinine amount of save states. That's just like not how I want to play games anymore, especially if I'm going to cover it in like an official video. So that's what we're going to do. We're going to play some Sonic Spinball on stream and hopefully beat it one day. I have no idea when, but we're going to hopefully beat it one day. But our main segment is going to be mostly those Sonic cameos, and then if we have a little bit of time, we might play a little we might play a little Sonic in Fortnite. We might. I don't know yet, but I kind of had a little bit of fun last week. So let's go ahead and switch over to our other screen. I'm gonna be right back real briefly, and we're gonna take a look at the Sonic Spinball box game and manual on the Sega Genesis.
I'm a cow. I know trouble when I see it. Yikes! This is Triple Trouble, the new Sonic game for Game Gear. Trouble is doing stupid cheese ads.
It's the cheesiest.
Triple Trouble is Sonic battling the evil Dr. Robotnik, Knuckles, and Knack. But that trouble ain't nothing compared to this. Oh, ow, ow, hey, ow, ow, ow. Sega!
Sonic Triple Trouble and Sega Game Gear, each sold separately. Batteries not included.
Okay, Grimace, let's start recording.
Okie doke. Do you believe in magic? What's this? And I hope you do. Oops, too slow.
You'll always have a friend wearing big red shoes. When you believe in magic, you believe in magic, you believe in magic.
Woo! I'm really stuck on this song.
Where do the stars of Sega Sonic 3 go when the game's over?
Sonic? Are you guys in there?
No, they're at McDonald's, where Sonic launches with a push of a button and Tails flies who knows how high. 4 fearless toys, one with each Sonic 3 Happy Meal.
All right, what's good? How's it going, everybody? We got the Sonic Spinball on the Sega Genesis. This is a game that I simply don't want to play it. If we're being like completely honest with you, every other Sonic game so far has been like, yeah, there's some trial and error, but you know, give it a little bit of time and it's not, you can get through it. Even Sonic 06, like, you know, not a good game. Let's be real. It's not a good game, but at the very least it has some redeeming qualities. That doesn't sound right. This game I don't think has any redeeming qualities, but everybody loves pinball. I do like some pinball. I've never played an official like pinball machine, I don't think. Maybe like one time in my life. But for some reason, the 90s, they decided to make a lot of these pinball games on consoles. There's a Kirby pinball game. There's a Metroid pinball game. You know, both of them are ball-shaped. Sonic can be ball-shaped as well. So you get Sonic the Hedgehog Spinball. And then there's even the little ping pong, or not ping pong, the pinball right there. Sonic the Hedgehog TM spins into pinball pandemonium. Dr. Robotnik's latest robot creation factory is the Veg-O Fortress, of course it is, a volcanic island fueled by the Chaos Emeralds and protected by the pinball defense system. Strap on your power sneakers for all new Sonic moves. Sonic rockets into space, spring launches from levers, and balls up for a high altitude bounce. Multi-round zones of wild Sonic action through glittering caverns, oozing toxic pools, and boiling lava pits. Up to 4 players can fight a whole new generation of evil enemies, including Roboheads, jet-propelled Cronders, and the Buzz Bombers. So Roboheads and Cronders are new enemies. Buzz Bombers are in the very first game. I like that it says like a whole new generation. Like this came out, I want to say like 93, and Sonic 1 came out in 91. So can we really call like 2 years later a new generation? I have no idea. For use only with the NTSC Genesis systems. We don't need to go through all of that. We got a couple of screenshots here. The very first level, I think, is what that first one was. There's like a bonus stage. You get a couple of the bonus stages and a couple of other levels. The interesting thing about this is it does say multi-round zones, which is technically true. And then they introduce like 3 of the levels: glittering caverns, toxic pools, boiling lava pits. There's only 4 levels in this game, which is kind of crazy. I'm not gonna lie. Here's the game itself. Sonic Spinball. There it is. I don't mind this. I don't mind this artwork. You got the like volcano. Would they call it the Veg-O Fortress? Well, I don't understand that one, if I'm being like so for real. You do get the official Sega quality stamp of approval, which is very funny. And yeah, I think this game was done by the US team as well. So they did Dr. Robotnik's Mean Bee Machine and then Sonic Spinball. And so there's the look of the game, the characters. There's even a couple of characters from the Saturday Morning Adventures of Sonic the Hedgehog cartoon, which was only in the US. And therefore, since Sonic is from Japan, I would argue like not real. And yet the U.S. team also did the official Sonic 2 game, but maybe that was a different team. Let me look into this real quick just before we get like too crazy in this and I start saying things I don't know what I'm talking about, because I feel like this is something I should, like, I ain't gotta know it, you know. They can always just go back to Wikipedia, but like, you know, the part of this process is, oh, well, what's going on? Okay, hold on. Part of this process is going through the rabbit hole and learning about these things. And then I can apply this same kind of methodology to other franchises one day. You know, we're not going to be in Sonic Land forever. We might be stuck here for a bit, but we're not going to be here forever. Sonic, what am I looking for? So a couple things, right? Sonic Spinball 93, right? We're about 2.5 years after Sonic 1. It is developed by Sega Technical Institute. Yeah. They also they did not develop Dr. Robotnik's Mean Bean Machine. That was Compile Corporation who did the Puyo Puyo games. We're going to be talking about those very, very soon. I probably won't be playing those on stream. Maybe some Robotnik Mean Bean Machine at some point, but we will be having like a big old puzzle Sonic video at some point in the near future. Hopefully that is the plan. Yeah, Sega Technical Institute, or STI. What's up with that one? Mark Cerny, Atari veteran. They did Sonic 2, and then they also did Sonic Spinball. Also a Dick Tracy game for NES and Game Boy. Kid Chameleon on the Genesis. Sonic 3, Sonic and Knuckles. Obviously, Sonic CD is the original Sega Sonic team that did Sonic 1. But STI also did Comic Zone, The Ooze, Die Hard Arcade, and then the canceled Sonic Extreme. And then they're just kind of done for at that point, which is interesting. It's very interesting. You would think that these games would have gotten... You would think for them to do that many games, they would have like kept on going, but no. Sonic Extreme was the end of it, and then you get that Sonic into 3D kind of thing. Anyways, Sonic Spintacular. That's like a very funny image for me. I don't know why. We got full on contents. Sonic Spinology. That's pretty cool. Spinball Vengeance. The evil scientist Dr. Robotnik has unleashed his most diabolical plan yet to turn the animals of Planet Mobius into robots. I feel like that's the same exact thing he does in the first game. His monstrous contraption, the Veg-O Fortress, built on Mount Mobius, is already transforming happy creatures into mindless slaves. Robotnik's fiendish machine draws its power from the mountain's volcano. Fiery lava fuels the lethal pinball defense system that protects the fortress. Sonic and his pal Tails mount on air assault on the fortress, only to be blasted in mid-flight by Robotnik's cannons. Sonic is knocked into deep waters near the volcano, but he has friends in wet places and is saved at the last moment. What does that mean? Friends in wet places? Sonic sneaks into the toxic caves below the fortress. From there, he infiltrates Robotnik's vast and deadly defenses. In no time at all, Sonic starts sweeping emeralds, freeing the animals in Mobius, and dishing out hedgehog justice. Yo, Robotnik, you're in for a mountain of trouble now. Sonic is spinning into action. So this game requires you to get the emeralds, while they're kind of optional in Sonic 1, unless you want the true ending. You're required to get them to beat this game. It's a cool little 3D image of the Genesis. I tried calling the Sega Gameplay hotline last stream, and they did not answer even a little bit. Choosing options, press start button, yeah, D-pad options, yeah, you get it. I can't believe this thing is multiplayer. You can play with 4 players, which is, all players will take turns using control pad 1. I was like, there's only 2 slots on the controller, but that makes sense. Choose a normal or fast game. I don't even know why you'd want to do fast game. Game on, off, and then choose your favorite settings for buttons A, B, and C. Interesting. Button controls. You can jump. Super Spin Dash. They call it the Supersonic Spin Attack in the Sonic 1 manual, but this time it's the Super Spin Dash. hold the D-pad down, press A, B, and D, and then release D-pad. Look up, look down, A, B, and C. Yeah. Tilt shake. During bonus rounds, you can hold A, B, and C together, and there's like a tilt shake. Okay. And then, yeah, cool. Super stunts. Super spin dash. Hold still, press the D-pad down, and press A, B, or C to start spinning like a turbo engine. Keep pressing A, B, or C repeatedly to rev up furious RPMs. Release the D-pad to dash away like a road rocket. I don't think that's going to be useful for us at the moment, but okay. Cliffhanger flip. Sonic will automatically grab ledges and flip up onto a safe surface to prevent fatal falls or avoid the jaws of Robotnik's monsters. All right. Sonic Spinvasion. Your mission is to attack the Veggie Fortress, fight upward through the pinball defense system, and annihilate Dr. Robotnik's evil machines. Destroy the underling bosses and boss machines to move up through the levels. On the way, use your best pinball wizardry to free the roboticized inhabitants of Mobius. All right. Why does it say Sonic like invasion, I guess? Okay. Chaos Emeralds stabilize the Mount Mobius volcano on which the Veggie Fortress stands. Without the emeralds, a massive eruption would blow the fortress to pieces. You must spin bouts and bump through the pinball machines. Snatch all of the Chaos Emeralds on each of the 4 levels. When you have collected all the emeralds, the Veggie Fortress will explode. Yeah. Makes sense? It makes sense. Okay. Chaos Emeralds. Sonic Spinology. So yeah, this is where I'm like, again, like I don't fully understand this game, even though I've played a little bit of it. Drain pipe, death ramp, drain, flipper, drain plug. That doesn't really help me at all. Safe alley, alley ramp, drain bumper, death channel. There's too many, like, too much terminology, or too much spinology here, if I'm being honest. The pinball defense system is a gigantic pinball machine. In it, you'll find a universe of whirling, flashing, buzzing pinball games. Use the flippers to aim Sonic and fire him up through the volcano. When he's in flight, you can move him left and right with the D-pad for better position when he hits a bumper or target, or when he's falling back toward the drain, bumpers, or flippers. Spinball flipper tips, okay. Launch Sonic by utilizing both flippers together with button C. This is a safe, easy tactic for beginners. Sure. Watch for lights and arrows leading toward important spots in the background. So that's something actually important. Let's keep an eye out for lights and arrows. Catch Sonic on the flippers by holding them up just as Sonic moves into the alley ramp. Then you can aim him with better accuracy. Just basic pinball stuff. To shoot Sonic straight up, fire when he is near the hinge of a flipper. To launch him at an angle, let him roll toward the tip, then fire. You will propel Sonic with steam valves instead of flippers in some places. Okay. If Sonic falls into the drain, it could be the end unless you take quick action. Robotnik has a gruesome surprise planted under the flippers. Remember, you can control Sonic's travel with the D-pad. You can slow his roll in an alley or curve him slightly toward a flipper when falling and jumping. So it's going to be a matter of, like, not only are we going to be like trying to use the flippers, but you can control him like while he's in the air. The status strip. Status strip at the top of the screen gives you rapid fire look at the following important information. You got player number and lives. Sure, that makes sense. Yeah, they are actually calling it lives in this one. So I mentioned last time the Mario 1 manual calls an extra life a man. The Sonic 1 manual calls it a chance. But by Sonic Spinball, we are officially calling them lives. This tells you the number of Chaos Emeralds Sonic used to snag in the current level. Yeah. Number is different for each level. It also shows how many times you need to hit an obstacle in order to open a path to a Chaos Emerald. Urgent orders. These messages need a quick reaction. They will tell you to hit an important target or will warn you of impending hedgehog doom. Because the thing I'm having an issue with this game is I kind of just want to like monkey brain it, you know, and just like let things do. But there are like actual objectives, and there are in like pinball too. I just have not played enough actual pinball to have known that. Loop successes shows how many loops you've completed. Score up to, like if I was to like beat all 4 levels and then beat it again, is that like a loop? Is that like a thing? Because I don't know how I'm gonna beat like 1 level on stream. So that's really funny. Score update shows your current score in totals and bonuses. The status strip totes up your total score for loops, rings, and time at the end of a level. Sonic status: when you see too bad, you'll get another shot at the level. If Sonic's headed for Hedgehog Heaven, If Sonic is headed for Hedgehog Heaven, you'll see Game Over. Now, is that canonical? Is there a canonical Hedgehog Heaven? I gotta know. I gotta know. Is it different from like the heaven that, like if Robotnik was a good guy and he was to go to heaven, would he be going to a different heaven than Hedgehog Heaven? Or does this imply that there's a Hedgehog Hell? I'm okay. Sonic must grab all the Chaos Emeralds. Yeah. Watch the status strip. Some of the jewels are in difficult, deadly locations. You may have to bang into switches or bumpers in order to move the obstacles barring your ways. Beating the bosses, there are bosses, and they are gnarly. Look at this guy, man. That is some nightmare fuel. There's a trick to defeating the dangerous enemy in each boss room. Watch the status strip for hints and encouragement when you're doing something right. I like the encouragement part. Keep it up! 3 exclamation points. Bonus rounds. At the end of every level, Sonic jumps into a bonus round. It's a game of regular pinball with Sonic at the controls. You have 3 balls to shoot around the board, hitting as many bumpers and targets as you can. Watch those points add up. Use the tilt shake to rattle the table and control the ball. Don't shake it too much or the machine will shut down and you'll lose a ball. Oh, okay. When the last ball goes down the drain, you return to regular play. Interesting. Gain points by slamming into bumpers, shooting the tube loops, and spinning into floating robots to de-roboticize them back to their original forms. At the end of the level, you'll collect bonus points based on the loops you've made. Okay, so there's like the tube loops. Those are the loops they're counting. The number of rings you collected and how fast you made it through the levels. The points you earned in each category will vary with each level. Destroy as much as possible Robotnik's machine to make sure you get the highest score you can. Spin through the loops over and over again to get loop bonuses. Listen for the short musical riff that lets you know you scored. Okay, so we gotta hear, like there's gonna be sound cues we're gonna have to like keep an eye on. Grab every ring in sight for big ring bonus points. Complete a level with a single ball at breakneck speed and you'll be rewarded with a monster time bonus up to 10 million points. Wow, up to 10 million points. Okay. Rising jackpot. Each time you win a bonus round, your final jackpot increases. Keep on racking up those points. And this is the Veggie Fortress. This is the Toxic Caves, the very first level. Explore the super polluted caverns of the Veggie Fortress where Dr. Robotnik dumps industrial waste. A wrong move here could be being smothered in green slime, or worse yet, chopped by a Rexon. So this must be the Rexon. And bash into barrels of waste, cluck birds, and magma worms. Getting one of the emeralds could be draining. A Robotnik-faced killer bug named Scorpius bosses this level. Go for a stinger first. Okay. Cool. Lava powerhouse. Like they think I'm going to get to the second level here. Floating Pharaohs block the only escape routes through Dr. Robotnik's lava power generators. Use the steam jets like flippers. Get help from the Cluckbirds to get to higher places. Destroy Dr. Robotnik's half-baked bosses in the Robo Boiler Room. That, again, like, that is some nightmare fuel, man. The Machine. Okay. This is where the helpless Mobius inhabitants are imprisoned and roboticized. Robotized? I keep saying roboticized, but robotized is what it actually says. Short out the wires with massive explosions. Risk being shredded in the grinding gears as you ascend to the main processing room. Figure out the Veggie Machine's secret to free the hostages. The destruction of the fortress begins. Okay, cool. And then the showdown. This is the final level. Yes, that's cool. He is not. Can you see that? He is not doing so well right there. He's struggling. Veggie Fortress is caving in on itself. Grab the last Chaos Emeralds and fight toward Robotnik's escaping rocket ship. You'll face a treacherous climb through the space hangar. Cron doors block your way, and Robotnik launches bombs to stop you. Even Robotnik's cockpit is armed and dangerous. End of the game, the despicable Dr. Robotnik scrambles frantically to blast off. He's desperate. Will even try to fight Sonic off with slashing mechanical claws. Timing is everything. Oh man, I don't know, dude. I don't know, man. Here's the credits though. We got our programming from Polygames and Sega Technical Institute. Scott Chandler, Jason Plum, Ken Rose, Dave Sanner, Earl Stratton, Steve Wojda? That sounds. Nah, maybe I'm thinking Steve Wozniak. Or Scott the Woz. I don't know. Game design, Peter Morawick, Hoyt Ing. Art, Tom Payne, Kurt Peterson, Brenda Ross, Katsuhiko Sato, Craig Stitt. Sound and music effects, Sega Multimedia Studio, Barry Blum, Brian Coburn, Sega Technical Institute, Howard Drawson, OUI Multimedia Management, Roger Hector, Director of Sega Technical Institute, Yutaka Sugano, Producer, John Dugan, Art Director, Marketing Product Manager, France Tantiado, and lead testers Joe Kane and Wesley Gittins. Shout out to these guys, man. They went into work and they collected a paycheck and they still put this game out. Shout out to these guys, man. Oh, there's more testers. Okay. Well, now I'm wondering, how did it get this far? You got all these testers. I've been saying like the main names because I want to like implant the information in my head so that if I come to like Sonic Pinball Party on the Game Boy later on and I see like Jason Plum, I'm like, oh, that's crazy because he did the thing in the manual. Shout out to Neil and Carol and Honshaw. I'd say it's the standard manual, nothing too crazy. I appreciate that we get like some story for each level. I think that's pretty cool. And special thanks to all these guys. Very cool. And a special bow to Hirokazu Yasuhara and Yuji Naka, creators of Sonic the Hedgehog. No Naoto Oshima. Oshima like played big deal in that, and he didn't get a shout out here. That's kind of crazy. And then you got your limited warranty stuff. Sega presents a Disney Virgin Games co-production. Let's be chill. Co-production of Disney's Aladdin. Hang on to your carpet for action and fun. I've heard this game is good. These like Disney Sega Genesis games are apparently pretty good. Maybe one day I'll play them. That's Sonic Spinball. That's we're gonna be playing this game for the next 2 years probably. So get hyped for that. Because that's what we do. We're going to go switch over to the other stream and play a little bit of Sonic Spinball, and then we'll get into those cameos in a couple of old Game Gear and another old Sega Genesis game. And maybe if we have enough time, we might play some Fortnite, because Sonic is in Fortnite now. Very cool. Very cool.
Dave Whitney wanted the real arcade games at home, so he got them. Mike Rogers wanted them too, but he got a Genesis system by Sega. Why? Check it out. Arcade screen left, Genesis screen right. If they look the same, you've answered correctly. Besides, Genesis has real-life action in sports games, flying games, and adventure games. The hottest library going. So if you want real arcade action, there's only 2 ways to get it.
Dave, we got your golden axe.
Or get Genesis by Sega. We bring the arcade experience.
Alright, we're back. What's good? How's it going? Quick shout out to Jay the Zoomster. Thanks for hopping into the stream. I appreciate you, bro. Hope you're doing well. Anybody else that's watching, thank you so much for joining the second ever Yin Live, Your Everyday Nerd Live. This is it's very cool. I'm very excited to be doing this. I think it's going to be a cool little thing that we do over here on the Your Everyday Nerd channel. The idea is that I'm going to try to keep doing it. I will not be here next Friday. I will be gone on a trip on Friday, but we will be back hopefully the Friday after that, the Friday after that, we will be here. That's a crazy day. Sega Genesis. We got to hit up the Sega Genesis. Got to get that moving. And boom, there it is. Sega Genesis. Let's turn that thing on. Let's turn that puppy on. Okay, so I've been having issues with the... with the Genesis controller. So I'm hoping we're going to be fine. That didn't work. It's the one quirk of getting into like physical media here with these older games is that sometimes they don't work immediately. Produced by or under license from Sega Enterprises LLC. There we go. There we go. There we go. Sonic Spinball. There it is. So here's the vibe. Here's the plan, right? We're going to play until we game over. As soon as we game over, the segment's over. It's done. No more Sonic Spinball today. We'll come back next time. The hope is we learn something. So that's the thing. Today, all right, we're not actually moved in. Let me turn my controller on. That might be helpful. Can I? I'm not doing this. This is not me. This is not good. This is not me, I promise. Hold on. Hold on. Trying to figure out this controller thing. Why is it not? Why are we not? This is great, dude. I got this 8-bit do Sega Genesis controller. Yeah, I think it's stuck on player 2 for some reason. 8-bit do Sega Genesis controller. Change player 1 to 2. How you do that, man? How you do that? I mean, it's in the right receiver. Interesting. Let's look at the instruction manual real quick. That might actually help. We get to hear some of the music though, real quick, when we're trying to figure this out. It's kind of cool. And of course, now it's gonna like repeat the beginning here. It's gonna be kind of annoying. I think like an original Xbox. 8-bit do is kind of crazy with it. I've not. Is it the M30? That's the thing. It's the M30. This is epic. We're gonna get it figured out though. Don't you even worry about it. We're gonna get it figured out. Let's go 8-bit do Sega Genesis M30. 2.4 gig controller. I want the manual. I have it physically somewhere, but it is not available at this current moment in time, so we're not gonna even play around with that. Press the mode for 3 seconds. 1, 2, 3. Something, something. There you go. It's blinking. Okay, and then there's got to be like more than that. I thought there was other. I thought there was more than that. I just don't know why it wouldn't. Let's try to unplug and plug it back in. You gotta try the classic unplug and plug it back in. That one's always a classic. They got some turbo buttons. That's quirky, man. That's quirky. I tell you what, if we can't get the official hardware to work right now, we will switch over to emulation. Oh, okay. That's all it took. That's all it took. I had to There we go. Okay. You got to threaten it. You're like, you know what? We're going to go to a digital-only future here. Okay, so Sonic does have a little bit of momentum here. The vibe today, the goal today is to, like, learn the controls, learn the way that Sonic interacts with the environment, and then figure out like at least one part of this like levels puzzle. So this is the Toxic Caves. You'll see that Sonic has a little bit of momentum for sure. The longer he's running, the faster he moves. He can crouch. I thought he could look up, but that could be the controller issue that I'm having. Doesn't matter. We really just need down, left, right. I'm gonna have to like take this somewhere for sure. C button gets a little jump here. I thought A and B would as well, but maybe not. Okay, launching up. Yeah. And then we can hit both with C. We can hit A and B. Oh no, the controller is just straight up not working right now. Okay. All right, I tell you what, we're gonna switch over to emulation. I hate to do this, that really sucks, but I'm gonna have to go actually get that repaired because you can't be doing that. You can't be playing on a console where the controller is not working properly. So, you know, I think this is funny because I did really want to use official hardware here, and we're still going to be doing that for sure. Going forward with the Sonic 1 playthrough of trying to get all the emeralds and stuff, like I still want to do that, but I am going to have to ensure that works 100%. I did actually open up the console earlier, believe it or not. I actually opened up the console to see if I could figure out what the issue was. It could be like a soldering thing. There's like a whole soldering thing that you have to do, and I don't have like a soldering iron, nor do I really want to risk like messing around with that. I'm sure I could do it. I don't really want to do it right now. So we're not going to do it right now. We're not going to do it right now. Let's see if we can get this game running on the emulation machine here. We should be good. I did play Sonic Spinball not that long ago. I thought it would show up on the list of games here, but we're gonna have to go into Sega Genesis. We tried, you know. I can't be upset by it. We did try, and that's something, you know. That's something. I did test this out before stream and it was working fine. So it's a little disappointing that it's not working now. But that's sometimes you got to keep like moving. Go with the flow. Plans aren't always going to work out. So you try again. You try again. Okay. Now that I have it under favorites, is it going to show up under my favorites menu? Yeah, there we go. All right, Sonic the Hedgehog Spinball. That's what it's called too. It's kind of crazy that that's the full government title here. All right, let's actually switch over here. We should be good now. I think we'll be good as soon as we get it running. Here. Just gotta wait for it to work. Just wait for it to do its thing. A little bit of patience doesn't hurt nobody. There we go. That's all you had to do. That's all we had to do. Give it a second. And we're here. There you go. Obviously, it looks a little bit better. we're in the emulation, so we got like some more high-res stuff going on here. Let's make sure that it'd be dubious if the controller ain't gonna work right now. I think we're good though. Yeah. We can actually go to our options now. So mode, again, there's 4 players, which is cool. Normal and fast here. Music on and off. We're gonna do that. That's fine. I'm also going to, because I was messing around with like some, I was looking into like some achievement stuff. Apparently there's like retro achievements. That's a thing. So I'm going to turn that off real quick because I don't want to mess with that today. That's not our goal. Our goal is not to get achievements today. Or in general in this game. Not anytime soon. Not anytime soon. Okay. I feel better. You can look up and you can look down. And there's a little guy in the water there you'll see. So you can jump, you can jump, you can jump. Cool. Alright. So that's our right bumper, that's our left bumper, and that's both. Okay. Okay, so we got some guys up here. This is definitely going to be a thing. We're going to be worm bagged. Let's make sure we... target down. There's some targets we got to hit. Okay. It's overwhelming is what it is. There's a lot going on. There's a guy down there that's also going to try to get you if you're not careful. I can't go into those pipes right there. Let us kind of like hold this up. That way we can kind of stop him. Yeah. A little bit of pinball tech and then boom. That's not the right way. Okay. That's fine. It's fine. It's going to be a lot of this. It's going to be a lot of disorienting, jumping around, and getting confused. We lost our first life. Player 1 total 272,000 points. I was shocked by the manual and it was saying like 1,000,000 points. Now I know that 1,000,000 is not like a whole lot, because how do I already have 272,000? Okay, worm bags. Hit the targets. Cork popping open. There we go. We got all 3 of those guys. That's good. We can get up here, maybe get these guys. That'd be cool. Okay, draining the slime. We did a thing. There's a chaos emerald up there. Heck yeah, and now we've already got 1,000,000 points. That's cool. So the slime is drained. Now we can go into those things up there. I wanted to see this guy. Yeah. So you can get away from him. Great escape. Cool. Okay. Cluck alert. What is this? How do you get this cluck? How do you click this cluck alert right here? Okay, it doesn't matter because we're on a new screen now. That's cool. Now, if we fall down here, sewer warp. It's so much, man. It's so much. Barrel busting. We fall down here, we're gonna end up on a different section of the map here. Okay, the worm was bagged. Whatever that means. We got the sewer warps, so we don't really want to be in the sewer warps. Necessarily, not right now. We got the cluck. Heck yeah, you think we'll see like Porker Lewis in this one? That'd be cool. Cleanup completed. That was definitely a thing. There's also a target there. Oh my goodness, man. No! I got again. Oh man. Okay. We've lost 2 lives already, and I think there's 3 in total. So we have one more shot here, and they're taking us back at the beginning. Good luck. Yeah, good luck. The good thing is all of our objectives. No, hold on, because we already died the one time. All of our objectives should have been. Do you have to do all the objectives again? No way. There's no way. There's no way you got to do all the objectives again. Oh, that's the death zone. Okay. Oh my goodness. Okay. I'm like, the goal is, right, the goal today, you don't have to, no, that's the, we don't have to win nothing today. If we were happen to like beat the first level today, that'd be crazy. We don't have to do that though. We do not have to do that. All right, we've drained the slime again. I can't believe that you have to do that again. That's like nefarious. What were they thinking? Why, bro? Why do this to us? Okay. Cool, cool, cool. I would like to get in here. No. Okay, hold on. We just got to get into one of these. We just got to get into one of those. Oh my goodness. Okay. We just got to get into like one of them. There we go. A big part of this game is going to be mastering these controls. And I don't think that's going to be like impossible. I think after a while we'll like have a real feel for it. The other part of the game is just like learning how to play pinball. That's really it. Okay. Yeah. That's good. What we got over there? Ooh. Okay. Yep. That. Go to the left. Go to the right. There we go. Keep getting them. The worm was bagged. You love to see it. That's kind of interesting. So there's like another part of the board up there. Oh, okay. There's another part of the board up there, and it looks like there's other flippers, and it doesn't matter like which part of the board are. It looks like all the flippers are going to move at the exact same time. So that's a little coding thing. Just kind of interesting, I guess. Can I... You know, why would they try to code every single flipper individually is I guess what I'm getting at. It's okay. 4.3 million, write that down. That's our best score at this stage in the game. So I'm going to take that. I'm okay with that, honestly. We got to the second screen. Now we just got to get to the next screen. Oh, man. Sonic Spinball, man. What were they thinking? What, like seriously, what were they thinking over here? I'm kind of in awe that it be like that. You know what I mean? Like that we like still like I don't know. I don't even know what I'm saying, man. Anyways, let's check out Tom and Jerry the movie on the Game Gear. Y'all ever played that joint? Y'all ever checked out a little bit of Tom and Jerry the movie on the Game Gear? So this is a game that apparently features Sonic the Hedgehog, you know, the subject of our excruciating experiment over here. And I think we're gonna check it out. I think we're gonna like give it a shot here. Give it a little uh-oh. Hold on. Computer has exploded. Tom the Jerry the movie is too powerful for the AMD graphics card. Uh-oh. We're so over. It's so over. Okay. I'd say that's not a good thing. We won't be right.
If you were colorblind and had an IQ less than 12, then you wouldn't care which portable you had. Of course, you wouldn't care if you drank from the toilet either. Game Gear.
too bad, kids.
Pretend it's a game.
Sonic Series 最新作 Sonic and Knuckles Lock On Sonic 2 Sonic 3を Knuckles で Play Sonic and Knuckles 全世界同時発売
ソニックツクイズ問題です。ソニックのそばを駆け抜けていったのは誰でしょう？このお店にあるよ。
ソニック・ザ・ヘッジホッグ2メガドライブから